Hello and welcome to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Grand Arena Championships Season 12, Week 4, Round 2. My name is Boma Fett. You can see that I have made it to Kyber once again, and I am currently rank 121, which is pretty darn good. I don't think I'm going to finish that high because I just don't get a lot of the feats done, but we'll see. Let's take a look at who my opponent is this round. Syleene Hartoran, or maybe Hartoran. Not quite sure how to say that, so we'll just stick with Syleene. Okay, here on the hotpot you can see a lot of green on my side with only a little bit of red sprinkled here on Syleene's side. So let's zoom in and take a closer look. Here in the GAC stats, you can see that while my stats are higher than Syleene's, they're not tremendously higher. So Syleene is a solid GAC player. Here in the roster summary, you can see that I have about 300,000 more total GP than Syleene, as well as a slightly higher top 80 and top 65 GP. In the Zetas, I have 21 more than Syleene. And this tells me that I have been playing for quite a bit longer than Syleene. Zetas are the one thing that you can't really buy in quantity here, so they're an indication of how long you've been playing, which means that Syleene has probably spent a good chunk of money to get their GP to this point in that amount of time. In the average speed added, I do have a slight advantage. It's not a huge advantage. In Gear 13, Syleene has 2 more than me, and in Gear 12's, Syleene has more than double what I have, 12 to 27. In Gear 11 and above, however, I have 15 more characters, which tells me I have a lot more Gear 11s, I have a lot more usable depth on my roster than Syleene. In the mod analysis, it's pretty close as far as 6-stop mods. I only have 8 more 6-stop mods. In the mods with high-speed secondaries, I have a bit more of an advantage. In the relic summary, you can see that Syleene has 10 more total relic levels than I do, including 3 relic 7 characters. I don't have any relic 7s. Scrolling down, you can see that neither one of us has a Galactic Legend or Jedi Knight Luke. We do both have General Skywalker. This says that mine is Relic 4, but I actually just relicked him, and so at the time of lock, my Skywalker was only Gear 12. His is at Gear 8. Syleene does not have Darth Revan or Darth Malak. That's a pretty big hole in the roster right there. You can see that Emphas Nest is only 2 stars and Gear 1, so that's another hole in the roster. And here in the ships, we each have a 7-star Negotiator. I have a 5-star Malevolence. Syleene does not have the Malevolence. Let's go back to the game and take a closer look at Syleene's roster. Here we see that Syleene is using Padme in the arena with a couple of Relic 7 characters, and the Negotiator in the Fleet Arena. Here are all the Gear 13 characters. In addition to the Padme squad, we've got a couple of clones, we've got a couple of Night Sisters, we've got some Separatist droids, we have Darth Sion, we've got GBA and Spy, and we've got some Jedi. Scrolling down into the Gear 12s, nothing really standing out as unusual here. Gear 11 is where we find General Grievous, so that's a little bit low considering there are some other Relic Separatist droids. And we're already out of the Gear 11s and into the Gear 10s. This is where we have Nute Gunray. We've got some Phoenix here. ARC Trooper is at Gear 9. I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom. You see a lot of Gear 1 characters here. This is where we find Mando, Sith Trooper, the Resistance heroes, Mon Mothma, General Hux, Emphas Nest, Karth, Admiral Piet, Wampa is at gear 8. And we've got a few Jawas in the gear 8, gear 9 area. All right, let's take a look at the defense that I set. I've put my Bounty Hunters, my Grievous, and my Newt up top. On the bottom, I've got my Darth Revan and my Gas Squad. You'll notice on Darth Revan, I've put in red as the 5th this time, and that's because Savage Opress is needed for a feat, so I had to hold Savage for offense. In the back are my 2 garbage squads, Leftover Resistance and Phoenix. For the fleets, I have my Thrawn fleet and my Malevolence. All right, we'll come back this afternoon and take a look at Syleene's defense. All right, let's take a look at the defense that Syleene has set. Up top here we have Phoenix. We have Gas, even though Gas is only 5 stars and gear 8, but there are a couple of relic clones here. And with Arc Trooper being only gear 9, I have to be careful not to accidentally kill Arc and trigger the sacrifice and make super clones. And then we've got a mostly relic Night Sister squad. In the bottom zone, we have Bounty Hunters with a Relic 5 Bosk, and we have Geonosians with Relic 5 GBA and Spy. So this is pretty much what I was expecting from the GAC history, except for I was expecting Shock clones instead of Gas clones. In the back, there are 3 possible squads that could be back there based on GAC history. One is General Grievous, one is First Order, and one is Rogue One. So I think I'll see 2 out of those 3 back there. We need to clear this zone and see which ones are there. So I'm going to go after these Geonosians first. And according to GAC history, a lot of people lose to this Geonosian squad. So I'm going to be taking in my Emperor Palpatine, and I'm keeping Tarkin on this squad because red is on defense. Vader should get first attack, and he does, so we'll do a Force Crush, and we'll go Merciless. Going to do some ability blocking. Another Force Crush. And see if we can get rid of Spy. Yep. We will Fracture on the Brute. And we will put Fear on the Alpha. Now we'll see if we can get some stuns. Excellent. We need to take out Poggle so that he can't cleanse. I want to go ahead and put some more debuffs out there. We'll put a Shock. And Poggle is gone. I'm going to pass this to Vader. We'll do another Force Crush. And we'll go Merciless again. We'll get rid of the Alpha. And Force Crush one more time. And we'll throw this. So it looks like I'm going to be missing, maybe 2 banners. Nope, 59.
Okay, what do I want to do against Bosk? If there's First Order in the back, I'd like my Jedi Training Ray for that. So I think here I'm going to go CLS. And I don't have any more feats left for undersized squads, so I'm just going to go ahead and take in everybody. I know that that might lose me a banner or two, but I'm okay with that. See if we can stun Bosk. Oh, fast Boba Fett. Fast Boba Fett getting ripped by counterattacks. We'll go after Greedo next. Let's see if we can stun Bosk. Telling you people, you need higher tenacity on your Bosk. Gotta make it so Bosk is really difficult to stun. Do some ability blocks. We'll stun Bosk again. And 60 banners. Okay, let's see what's in the back. We've got Grievous and Rogue One. Okay, against Grievous squads, lately I've been taking my Night Sisters. But there's a feat that requires Asajj and Savage on the same squad, and I'm not sure that I want to do that against a Grievous squad. Even though that's a relatively low gear Grievous, I'm going to make a plan, and I will come back in a few minutes. Alright, so I just realized that I was going to use CLS against gas. And now I can't do that, obviously. So I'm going to try my Padme squad against this gas squad. And I know that people say that you should take C-3PO in this comp here against gas, but I usually use C-3PO with my Jedi Training Ray. So I'm going to try this with Shaak Ti. Okay, we'll get protection up. Big hit, and he's down. Now we go after 5s. Okay, 5s is down. Now we need to get Rex down. Like that. AoE. Skywalker's down again. Go Retribution. Okay. That's it, 58 banners. So, 5-star Gear 8 Skywalker is not much of a threat. Okay, I'm going to go with my First Order with Watt against these Night Sisters. I'm a little bit unsure about this because these are some relic Night Sisters. Okay, First Order with Watt. We put the Taunting Tech on Kylo Ren Unmasked. Well, they're pretty fast, getting out before Watt can get his second tech out. That's not good. Okay, we put the weapons tech on Fox. Generate some turn meter. And pass this back. Oh, I should have maybe cleansed Executioner. Keep generating turn meter. Mass attack. Get rid of the taunt. Now we need to get rid of Talzin ASAP. Let's go ahead and stun. Let's stun Spirit. Let's give this to Hux to help him heal. Generate some more turn meter. Get rid of the taunt. Go back after Talzin. We lost Watt. It's okay, he got all of his gear out. Okay, I'm switching here because I need Executioner to kill Talzin. Get rid of the taunt. This is taking far too long. Far too long. So I went ahead and I killed Spirit there because I figure I may actually need to do this the old-fashioned way and actually get a bunch of kills and not just rely on Executioner to get the kills, just because it'll take too long. Get rid of Spirit. Let's get rid of Asajj. I'm going to put this on auto. Okay, 57 banners. Not pretty, but it worked. against Phoenix. We're going to take our Wampa. We'll throw in Hermit Yoda. You know what? Let's do something like this. A little bit funky. Let's go after Sabine. I'm just going to put this on auto. $62 banners there. Probably didn't need the Geonosians, but why not? Alright, let's see what fleets are in the back. We've got Tarkin and Home 1. Okay, come back to that. Let's go over here and take care of Grievous. Who do we want as our 5th? I guess we'll take Ezra. Not even sure we need a 5th, but might as well. Okay, AoE. AoE. And we'll go here after B2. Let's get rid of the damage immunity on Droideka. Call Yoda. We'll spread some buffs. Hold on, Ezra. We'll mark Grievous. Goodbye. Hold on, Ezra. Oh, you know what? Savior hasn't even procced. He'll be fine. We'll call him to get him some more protection. We'll do some healing. AoE. Spread some buffs. Let's call Revan. Can't tell if Yoda is full on protection or not. I think he is. We'll call Revan here. $57 banners. It's really annoying. You can't tell because they've got all of that bonus protection. You can't tell when they're full on protection and when they're not. Very frustrating. They should change the graphics there a bit. Okay, and here's where I'm going to use my Night Sisters. With Savage Oppress. Where are you at, Savage? Savage. Okay, here we go. Get rid of the taunt. Go after Jin. Get the plague out there. AoE. Get a heal. Okay, 58 banners. That really should have been something I could have undersized and gotten extra banners, but I was going for the feat. Alright, in the ships, I'm going to go against Home 1 with my Negotiator. I want 5s in the starting roll there. Hopefully this goes better than my last matchup against a Home 1. Let's put the buff immunity on Biggs, so he can't taunt. We'll go after Falcon. See if we can get rid of Wedge. There we go. We'll go back. You know what? Let's do a big hit over here on Biggs, and that should get the Falcon too because of the target lock. We'll bring in... Well, if I bring in Snips, I can just end it right now. So let's do that. There we go. 64. Plo Koon could have healed, but then he would have gotten a reinforcement in, and who knows where it goes from there. Okay, and here we're going to go with our own Home 1. We'll take a full fleet. Alright, we'll wiggle. I was gonna say I really wanted to go after the Xanadu blood there at the beginning, but oh, Biggs. Okay, Xanadu is gone. AoE. Hold on, Big Z. Let's get rid of the 2000. Not quite. We'll bring in Cass. Let's go ahead and see if we can melt this guy. There we go. Get rid of Boba. And get rid of the 2000. 64 banners there. All right. 21-25 is my final. We will come back tomorrow and see how Syleene does against my defense. Alright, so you can see just under a half hour remaining in the attack phase. I actually watched Syleene make their attacks earlier. So let's go in and see how they did. You can see only 2 zones cleared plus 2 squads in the top. So let's take a closer look. They started in the bottom zone. They cleared Darth Revan for 56 banners. Then they cleared Gas for 53 banners. Next they went to the top and they took out Grievous for 56 banners. Next they switched zones and they tried the Phoenix, but they lost. So then they went back to the top front and they lost to the Bounty Hunters. They did take out Mando, but they lost that battle. So then they took out Newt Gunray for a 59. Then they tried the Bounty Hunters again. This time they were able to kill Greef, but Bossk, Boba, and Dengar were still standing. So then they went back to the back, and they took out the Phoenix for 39 banners, and they took out the Resistance for 54 banners. Then they went back to the front, and they tried Bossk another 4 times. So at that point, Syleene gave up, and our final score is 21-25 to 15-07. I would like to thank Syleene for the match, and I'd like to thank you all for watching. I will see you next time.